Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. It depends on what you're doing in the world. Hopefully, everybody's doing great. Of course, just basically to give them respect back once again. Just doing another stream, of course. Just basically rocking it out with everybody, of course. And, Crux in this here. Sweet. Nice, 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 nice. Gotta love that. Well, anyway, regardless of that, um, basically trying to actually get a couple of things done today and try to actually get PvP done and so on and so forth. And then I'm going to be also working on some more mastery the other way, I think. But I got to see exactly what I need to do now. Because, of course, if I can actually figure this out, I've got 6 of the. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things left to get, but they're all over 150 to 100, which I'm not going to worry about right now. I'm just going to basically do, hopefully, get into Battle Royale without it glitching and stuff like that. It does glitch from time to time where it goes and puts you in and it doesn't let you in. So we'll find exactly what's going on with that and so on and so forth. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go along and look at my inventory, of course. I'm also going to look at, I got a little bit of flux there. What am I going to do? I can get more cosmic gems. Yes. I'm going to go and get some more cosmic gems and keep on working on that because those are always needed, of course. Get more cores and stuff like that and working on different things. So basically, like I said, hopefully everybody's doing great. Like I said, I'm always worried about you guys and at the other side and so on and so forth. And like I said, just max and relaxing right now. I'm still doing a bit of recovery myself, so it's not doing too bad, I suppose. I'm basically not on my medication now. I'm trying to get back into a regular stream routine. Like I said, it depends on how much pain and stuff I'm still going in. So I'm trying to wean myself off the even pain meds that I was just on. So I'm not doing too bad with that. And so on and so forth. So, yeah. But it's what it is. It's what it is. It's what you get to deal with sometimes in life. And so sometimes it throws you a hardball. You got to deal with it. Sometimes not. Depends on what the situation you're in, and so on and so forth. And a lot of people, like I said, don't realize it until it's basically starts going a little bit astray. But it's what it is. But I'm not. I can't. You can't complain. No one ain't gonna listen. But it's just something that I love doing. I love doing this with you guys. Of course, I know it's only a troll right now, but like I said, I was only trying to get other games and everything mixed in with while I do my recovery. I might be able to do that after the 14th because I still got another. Let me see. I've got. Well, after the 14th, let me see. That means I would have a week, roughly a little over a week gone. So I got 4 to 6 weeks before I can actually do anything. So I would have to actually have almost over another month, or about a month and a half before I can actually do anything. So I got loads of time to catch up on everything, whatever the case may be, and probably even play some Doom and play different games and start to do my multi streams again because I love doing that because it just basically gives a little bit more different content and stuff like that to my channel and so on and so forth. I am lacking in content. I know I am right now currently, and that is kind of bad for me. But I know exactly how to fix that. I do have loads and loads of stuff that I can actually do. But the only problem is, it's just getting things to move and so on and so forth. And that's exactly what I'm looking at right now. So, like I said, I'm trying to plan for the future and see exactly what I'm going to do. Because, like I said, I'm a pretty active streamer when I can be. And I try to do my best in that. But, it's just something that itself, that even trying to actually deal with, like, say, medical issues and stuff like that. It's only minor ones, but still, it is still a a letdown to that point. And this guy is going to be camping on the top. Like I said, I don't get why people camp on the top. Get away from me. This. Okay, I'm just going to kill myself because that guy is going to be camping on the top of my head. I'm not going to do that like that. I'm just going to exit here. I got my coin for today. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good at cheese. Oh yeah. Well, like I saw, at least I got one coin. But like I said, I just hate people trying to basically stand on the top, on the highest point, because the bombs, with the way that map works, the bombs will actually hit more into their bottom than the top. So basically, you end up pretty much getting screwed over. Even though you could actually run away from it, you can't necessarily run away from it because it's just because the way the bombs work. That's why I don't like the new Bomber Royale itself. I never did like Bomber Royale, period, but, it's just one of those things that you got to deal with. But, like I said, it's the only way to get mastery now, of course, or one of the only ways. So, like I said, it's just like, ugh. But, yeah, but it's all good. Like I said, I'm not complaining about it, it's just that it's annoying. Like, I mean, they should have kept it with the old arenas, because those are fun back in the day. Like, I mean, at least if you got a character, you can actually use the character and stuff, basically trying to get lucky shots, which is kind of not good. No, well, not good for me anyway, because it's just absolutely pointless. Okay. And up, I didn't even know. Okay, I just left there, and that was weird. That was extremely weird. I wasn't gone long enough. Nice. All right, we got a cursed skull done, and we've got to get some more chaos chest, of course. Like I said, I'm sorry I've been a bit late today. Like, I mean, I'm just slowly getting back into the groove, trying to get my things moving again, and try to get all that working. As you can tell, I'm basically almost back up to full energy again. It's just a bit of a letdown, and it's up to you guys that I'm just trying to do my best when I can, and like I said, not let things get to me too much, and so on and so forth. So yeah, but it's all good. Like I said, it's just something that, like I said, everybody's got to deal with at some point. Like I said, I know one person right now is going through a lot tougher time than me, but like I said, everybody got to go through life in different ways, and that's why I look at it. But I love, like I said, I love spending time with you guys and whatnot. And like I said, basically gives myself something to do as well. At least when I basically can't work or not working. Right now, it's just a time off. Like I said, I'm slowly getting there with everything, though. Like I said, day 3, of course, of my recovery. And hopefully I can basically make it through the full recovery, which I got to do anyway. But hopefully there's no complications or anything like that, because it can still happen over time. So, like I said, if it gets too bad or whatever the case may be, I just got to reset myself back again, which I do not want to do, because it is, like I said, I wouldn't wish on anybody itself. And like I said, just to go along and try to manage your debt. And just let you know exactly what I'm doing currently. Basically, I'm trying to get myself back to the way I was, so I'd be able to keep going and do it that way. But like I said, it's a lot of time and effort and stuff like that, doing what I need to do. And like I said, just dealing with different things. Like I said, yeah. So like I said, I'm slowly getting there. Like I said, I give myself about another week. I should at least be almost back to normal. And of course, it's still part of my energy is still not there, which I should be. So like I said, it's just just to let you guys know exactly what's going on with that. So yeah, but like I said, I'll be doing all right again. I'll be right as raining again and be able to play the fiddle again, even though I don't know how to play the fiddle. you know. So yeah. Like I said, right now I'm doing a U11. Like I said, as always, I don't mind helping people out. I see people in global if they need a hand or themselves. Uh, you can just basically message me inside of global, and so on and so forth, or basically I'll see the call in for help and usually help you out as much as I can. And if you're on the console, perfect. Like I said, I do play on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 currently, and I'm also basically going to be doing um, basically PC once I'm basically fully healed again. So I'll be able to go back and do that. So I'll be able to keep up with all the information and stuff like that, and be able to keep up the ball rolling at 100%. And that's exactly what I'm thinking about doing. So yeah, it's all good. It's all fun and dandy. But like I said, just basically trying to do each day as accordingly, and that's pretty much the only thing I can do right now. So yeah, uh, just basically doing some dungeons here, clearing up, clearing off, and get more cores and so on and so forth, as always, and basically maxing and relaxing. Yeah. Anyway, regardless of that, like I said, I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing for my next streams. Like, I mean, there's a couple of ideas I've got. Like, I mean, I could basically go back to Dead by Daylight, but it's not my type of game. But I'm thinking of trying to get Dead Space and stuff like that. Those were actually great games back in PlayStation 3, and they're actually basically being released now on here on the console. So that's going to be quite interesting to see where that's going to go. Because it is a single player game, but it's a horror genre game. And plus, we got a Halloween coming up. So that would be like, ouch. Basically, taking a classic game. I hate the mages, why they do that much damage. Um, um, but anyway, like I said, I'm thinking about picking up the game just to have a run through because I loved that game on the PlayStation 3. I do have the PlayStation 3. I do have all Dead Space for PlayStation 3, but it's too bad you can't really stream from that anymore since most of the services are discontinued. So, it's just something that I like to be able to get back into and basically stream that game and so on and so forth because it's a very interesting game. Of course, like I say, with me doing my guides and stuff like that, I'll basically give a new guide and everything else to put online as well at the same time, not just stream it. And I know all the secrets and stuff into it, where to get all the upgrades for my suits and so on and so forth. Like, I mean, I played the game through, and I played every single one of them. And I will tell you, it's actually a real good, really, really good game. Like I said, it's just getting the funds and stuff like that before Halloween, because that's what I'm thinking of doing. Basically making a full 3-day Halloween event, if I can afford it, with just horror games. So I got to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing with that. Because I said Doom is going to be probably one of them. But I'm not going to take a break on Trove. Of course, I still do my morning Trove runs. But I'll be able to go along and just basically doing different games that way. So I can actually be able to get not just the content, but something for a special event, which basically it'll be perfect that way, and I'll be able to see exactly what I'm going to do from there, and so on and so forth. I would love to be able to do that and be able to actually look at that because I was seeing a couple of games that's coming out right now that's coming out within the next little bit. And there is a game I'd like to be able to get to as well. And I can't make no promises on this either because it's all to do with funding. Let me think. Like I said, if I'm looking at the PlayStation Market, I'm looking at there's another horror game that's coming out too. But But like I said, I got a couple of horror games I can already play. But that is not, like I said, horror genre. I don't mind playing the horror genre itself, but I don't, like I said, certain games I stay away from because it's just they're overplayed or just not my type of style itself. Like it's just to me some of the games are just too plain. Like I mean extremely plain. Like I mean, or basically too frustrating. Because like I said, as I said before, dealing with ADHD and ADD at the same time. Like I mean, it's just yeah. So that's not a good thing. That's not a good combination. So it's you know like I mean, it's just what you got to deal with to try to actually. It basically what it is. With saying that, it limits the games that you can actually play. Like Call of Duty, I don't play it because it's not realistic. Well, it's half decently realistic in graphics for computer generated, but it's not that realistic when it comes to going along and saying, "Hey, this is a shooter." Basically, the all the mechanics and stuff is completely different than what I'm used to, and so on and so forth. And it's really, there's not no, there is skill to it, but it's not like what I'm used to from a good few years back. So, I'm after playing Black Hawk Down. I'm after playing all these different games. I would love to see some of these games actually return as a remaster because it would be actually really nice. But some of them are so dated, you can't really remaster it. Like I mean graphics wise, unless they revamp the whole entire engine, and that would be a lot of work. And I mean, some of these companies that actually made the games don't exist anymore, or they changed their name. So, like, I mean, you're just trying to go along and go fishing in the dark, and hopefully you can find what you're looking for. And that's exactly what happens. Like, I mean, everything's not 100% in that direction, but you got to deal with what you got to deal with, and that's pretty much it. And that's exactly when we look at games right now. Like I mean, overall, like I mean, there's no really challenging games out there anymore. Like all the games are the same to me as when I was a kid. The only thing is the graphics is just a bit different. That's all. And like I said, the graphics. If I look at graphics and stuff like that, I could basically still go back to playing the original Final Fantasies. Some of those games are actually really good, but because of the storyline and stuff like that and carryover. But the only thing is, there's only, like I said, there's only one or two that's getting that's after being remade so far, and hopefully they actually remake more. Well, they just done Final Fantasy VIII a remake. Well, actually, not remake, but remaster. They just upgraded the graphics just a little bit and so on and so forth. But the only thing is, it's like I don't know. It's just different. It's just absolutely different when it comes to that. So, I like the basically the concept of trying to get across and so on and so forth. But it's a limitation to that concept. Like I mean, Final Fantasy VII remake. I still rather play the original because the original is still better, even though the graphics looks better on the remake currently. And I know we're be waiting almost a year for the second part of the remake, so we're basically not benefiting right now off that game itself. Like I said, it's just the game is incomplete. I'd like to see what they're going to do with the second part. To see exactly what they're going to do with the storyline, because right now the storyline is kind of weird. You know, because it's got so much inconsistencies. But anyway, give me a second, guys. How are you doing, my lurker? How are you doing today, my friend? I'm sorry I never spoke for a minute there because I was actually dealing with something else in the real world. Of course, trying to deal with that to see exactly what's going on. So hopefully you're doing good today too as well. Anyway, regardless of that, I'm basically just grinding it out. Trying to get a couple of more things done here, and hopefully I can get a couple of things done today. I'm trying to get some more mastery, but I don't see myself getting much right now because it's going to take me that much more time to get that little extra oomph from PvP. Because, of course, PvP sometimes glitches out and so on and so forth. So, I don't know. I'd rather get the PvP done because if the game does change, I like to be able to get that. But like I said, I've got two areas that I want to worry about. I know the new area on the map on the Atlas, that's not going to change. But I know there's two areas, the PvP and the paragram items can change. Now, I never seen paragram changed yet, but that could be losing for me to lose a lot of mastery and stuff like that. So I got to worry about that itself and try to do that. But like I said, it's 100 days, which basically is a 1/4 year of getting like the dragon and stuff like that. If I take my time with it, or I can do it in 50 days or 30 days, whatever the case may be. If I just constantly grind there and just do my Bomber Royale constantly. But I'm also working on the rest of the mastery because the rest of the mastery right now means more because that's the items that can change. Like I can always get an effigy and stuff like that later on in the game itself and be able to get the dragon. That's not a problem, even if I don't get a chance of getting that. But the thing is, it's more to do with the overall aspect of trying to get that and push it up as much as I can. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing currently, and that's exactly what I get to look at. A lot of people would be like, oh, this is exactly how, like I said, how to be doing it. But like I said, once the season is over or the game has changed, any items at all, it usually takes about 2 or 3 years for them to come up with a major update or change items because they need a whole entire new items list normally before they can actually do it. Now, they don't change just one item or two items. They'll change the whole entire set. So that's exactly what I'm looking at. It's going to take them a while to get there, and that's exactly why I'm not worried about it too much right now. A lot of people are rushing to get that mastery. I'm not. I don't have the rush to get it, just because of what I'm doing and the way I'm doing it. Now it's nice to have the mastery, but of course it's only to do with cosmetics now currently, because anything beyond 500 mastery, basically all I'm doing is just adding more and more cosmetics. So you got to think about it this way: when it comes to that, and you get your PR and stuff like that, basically you got 1 point of PR for every mastery level, except when you get dragons. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at getting as much stuff done non-dragon, so I'm actually not too far behind, and to be able to actually get what I'm looking for through the dragons itself, so I can get a bunch of mastery and a bunch of PR. Now, the only thing is, PR doesn't really matter at this point in the game. I'm pretty much finished with the game to a point. But, if you're looking at world's ranks and stuff like that, it's just like, meh, that's a here or there itself. I'm still in the top 20 in the Shadow Hunter. And like I said, it might be a point or two that I'm missing just to get that up there again. Like I said, if I get the next 2 dragons, I'll be in the top 8 once again, which is, I wasn't there in over, I'm not sure how long I was not there, but it's been a while. I never really basically thought about it because, I don't have a Gonda, which is another 250 mastery, and so on and so forth. So there is a couple of key items I'm missing that will actually take a bit of time.
Now I could go along and basically the only time I'm actually going to be farming and stuff like that, uh, and just basically try to get a gun to true farming is when it's going to be later on. I'm not going to be doing that just yet because I've got so much mastery and stuff already, and the gun is not, like I said, it is part of my collection. Well, everything is part of the collection, but if you play the game, you understand what I'm talking about. It's so, like, I mean, right now it takes me 300 plus mastery just to get one level. So I'm at 384 right now. So it's a bit expensive for mastery, and that's exactly what I'm looking at. No, that one's kicking me through the door or through the wall. There we go. We've got that. And I'm gonna keep on moving, of course, moving and shaking. But yeah, like I said, when it comes to that, I love, like I said, I love doing this stuff. Like I mean, to that point, like I said, I like to build it on PC as well, eventually, and be able to do it that way, so I can actually be able to get some points and stuff that from PC, and be able to get a bit better character build up for PTS server and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. But yeah, for basically testing different things out and whatnot. And like I said, to be able to get contact with some of the devs and stuff like that. I do try to contact them at least once a week, but it's really hard to get in touch with them sometimes because we're doing so much work. But they do have a pretty decent staff. The only thing is, never go. I find their technical support though is a little bit off, but uh, it's what it is, Because like I mean, you still only got a small crew, and that's just it. Like I mean, working in their games. Like I mean, I think it was like to make Trove at the beginning it was like 45 or 50 members. It was very very small. That's why things are still was slow and it's still slow, even when they actually joined Game ago. Like I mean, it's just it's a work in progress. It's only I think it's only one guy that's actually doing the characters, and that it says it takes him a little over a month to make one character and make stuff work. So that's a lot of work for one person because they got to do all the coding and stuff like that on their own. So like I mean, but if that's the only person that can actually do the coding for that, and you got a couple of people working on the maps and stuff like that, yeah, it's not too bad. But I mean, it's still a slow process. But if you got, like I said, a bunch of people working on characters, you can produce a lot of characters all at once. But since this game is not necessarily bent on a bunch of characters, like I mean, it's not like having like Overwatch and so on and so forth, having the different type of characters. This game is built on a completely different aspect than that. So yeah, it's something that I noticed myself coming across and doing it that way. So yeah, like I mean, the game is actually when they do come up with a character, like I mean, it's got a lot. There's a lot of work gone into it itself. So yeah, like I mean, I can't wait to see, like I said, what they're going to be coming up with within the next year, because there's a lot of new stuff coming out in the next year for Trove. Basically, they've been working on it. We just got a kind of like, and not a real big huge update. It was an update that was actually sitting there for a while. And when we finally first got it, we were like, "Yay, we've got it!" And it's like, "Okay, what do we do now?" And that's exactly what we're looking at right now. Currently, we're basically looking at the Trove. Basically, it's not a completed game yet, but it's getting big. It's almost finalized. Think of it this way: like I mean, once we get to 1,000 mastery, unless you increase the mastery, but 1,000 mastery would be the highest. And of course, all the items and stuff like that you get is basically after that point is just you're literally legitimately finished the game at that point. And I mean legitimately, you don't need to collect anything else. You can, I guess, but I would never see the point to it because just you know, but that means the game would actually be dead for some players. And some people get up to 500, and the game is already dead for them already. And that's exactly what happens. Because once they get up to a certain pinnacle and get certain things in the game, some people get Ghana and quit. Some people get different things in the game and just basically pack their bags and gone. And that's the thing. I'm trying to basically try to keep this game going as long as I can on my channel. Because I have to tell you the reason. Because there's going to be less of me doing the streams and stuff like that. And that's exactly what happened. Like, you see, you even got like, even some of the top YouTubers don't stream this game that much anymore. And they don't. They stream it probably once in a while, and that's it. And that's what I noticed myself. This game is, I can't say it's dying, but it's changing. And that's the way things are working out. And it's kind of making me think. Basically, have a couple of people like myself that's pretty much end game users, and be able to actually still be able to stream and stuff with it, and still be able to enjoy the game. Because, like I said, it's only a bit of mastery. Like, I mean, I'm only missing a bit of mastery. I'm missing about, like, say, I think it's like 5K or something like that. But, like, I mean, 5K mastery is nothing. Because once it costs you over 300, I'm only missing a few levels. And I'm not too much worried about those levels. Because it's only 1 point of PR. Like I said, as I said to people before, your mastery will be more so into the dragons and stuff like that, because you get a lot more PR. You also get more mastery from them. So, like, I mean, if you've got like special items added to the game, they will actually increase your chances of getting more flux and so on and so forth. But if you decide to go along and spend money to get effigies to make up the difference, or do something else, you can actually do that. So, like, I mean, it depends on how active you are in the game, and so on and so forth. There is certain dragons now you cannot get anymore. But now, the only way to getting them is through the effigies. Like, I mean, you get a chance of getting them. Now, the thing is, the world's bosses and the world's dragon drops are still available. All of them, including one or two new ones. Then everything else is in PvP. Now, the thing is, I'm still thinking on trying to get the new area and get that done as well, because that's going to take me a minute to get there. But now, why am I doing still U11? Well, I'm still working on my Solarian, and that's the thing. Like, it's not all about mastery in this game. It's a mixture between mastery and a PR to a point. And getting your stats up in your character. As soon as you get a character that can pretty much do everything, you don't need really much of anything else. But, like, when it comes to the delves and stuff like that, that's where your game changes quite a bit. Because that's when you can actually get, like, other different things in the game itself that will actually help you quite a bit. So that's exactly what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at just making the delve character that's going to be stronger than my gunslinger, because my gunslinger is the only thing that can carry me right now, which is kind of sad in a way, but it's what it is. So I'm not too much worried about it itself. I'm still looking for a second permatorch, just for the mage side of things, and so on and so forth. So I can have, because really, be right. If you look at the game itself, you only need 2 permatorches for the whole entire game. And what I'm saying is, when you got the 2 permatorches, you've got like one for mage and one for physical. Basically, you got magical and physical. And when it comes to that, you'll basically cover all bases. But some people don't see that, or basically they try to get permatorches for all classes. I don't know if it's actually worth doing that though, because of the fact that they're so rare drop chance. And they do give off a lot of light, but besides that, I don't see a great big huge difference. Like, I mean, overall, and it just glitched again. Gotta love these glitches. But anyway, regardless of that, think of it this way. When I'm actually looking at something and doing my grind, I'm actually going along and working on that as well. And looking at exactly what I need to do every day. People will be like, "Oh, you're playing the game absolutely a bit wrong, or whatever the case may be." Well, actually, the funniest thing is, I know there's mastery out there. I know there's going to be mastery out there until up to 1,000. Once you get up and beyond the 800s, it's just redundant at that point. And like I said, if you're spending that much time and getting more flux just to get that little tiny end pieces of mastery, that's where it actually changes again because of the fact you don't need those end pieces that much. Like I said, give an option for new players that's coming in. Ooh, it has got a good fire gen. But to give something to work for the new players that's coming in, the people that still wants to get to 500 mastery get their stats, and I can understand that. Like anything beyond a certain point, it's just almost pointless. So let me see. It's got a health into it. It's got everything else into it. Ugh. So should I actually swap this one out? Because I don't have nothing rolled in this one yet. Critical hit. Nope. Well, I can actually go for a little lesser. But these are perfect gems, but they're not absolutely perfect because there's nothing done with them. Crap. Nope, I'm not going to do it with this one. I'm going to go actually swap my character. Do something completely different. I don't care about the candy bar because people don't use it anymore. But I already got that one done, so blech. I'll eventually get them all done, but I'm never no rush for them. I don't use the Neo Ninja, but I could make it to where I think my Neo Ninja, if I can remember correctly, it does have almost no health, but it does have almost perfect roll of gems, except this one, and I can easily replace that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to replace that to make this work that way and do it that way because it's going to be replacing with the critical hit. It's going to give me the same stats, but what it's going to do is just give me a little bit more the overstat itself. So I'll be working on that currently. So I'm going to try to get this one up to level 25. And then I can actually loot collect the other one because the other one is actually really old and very dated. Of course, Stellar is absolutely useless now in the game to a point. It depends on what you're doing. Now, I'm actually not building this character right just yet because I'm still working on the Solarian and stuff like that. I'm like, actually, I don't like the Neo Ninja that much. So that's why I don't mind slapping just a random gem on it. It's like, I mean, some people are, like I said, love the Neo Ninja because of its speed. Uh, uh, as of yesterday, my friend. Just like I said, because you're always there supporting, dude, and you're worth it to me, dude. So don't worry about it. You're doing good. Just don't abuse the power. That's all, because you will lose it if you do. But I don't think you will. Like I said, you're a pretty cool kid, you know. And like I said, you're always there to support my channel. So, like I mean, the payment is all good. I know. But I mean, there's some people out there. I've seen one person that was a part of one of the main streamers here, and that's exactly what happened. Basically, the person started messing around with everything. Someone actually had someone else in charge, and was like, that wasn't that good. So yeah. But like I said, like I mean, you got to have some mods and stuff like that just to help your channel grow too, because just in case I can't do something or someone else can't do something, be able to do it that way. Yeah. So yeah, just dealing with that, of course. So how are you doing today, my friends? Hope you're doing good. Like I said, right now I'm trying to get my red gem, up to 25 and working on that. So, yeah. But like I said, it's going to be very, very few people that's going to get mod. But like I said, I'm being very careful on choosing mod, just because. Like I mean, I'm used to having like playing Minecraft and stuff like that, and have everybody just running around, and it doesn't work that way because it's just havoc. And if you've got havoc into your Twitch and stuff like that, it just gets very annoying, and it's what I don't want because then you got chaos, and chaos is really what I don't want either. Like I mean, I try to make the best of it in that direction. Right now, I'm just trying to get a little bit more PR for this character because I don't use it, but I will basically, I might eventually use it at later on. But right now, like I said, I don't like the Neo Ninja that much. So, yeah, like I said, but remote, you're more than welcome to actually have the mod status. Like I said, and hopefully be able to, we'll be able to utilize that to like hopefully be able to get your channel stuff too as well and build that up a little bit. Like what I'm gonna do is hopefully I can make longer streams so I can start doing raids and stuff with a little bit more with people and so on and so forth. It just takes that little bit more time to do it. Like I said, I've already done a couple of raids with other people already, but like I said, two people is not going to do much for somebody. But uh, you noticed that too, yeah. I noticed that too coming across. It's like, I mean, getting the stellars, like, I mean, it takes a lot much more gem dust. But that's what I told people before. Like, I mean, it's easy to get gem dust now. Like, I mean, with the stellars because people don't use them. But the thing is, their system is a heck of a lot better than what it was. Like, I mean, to the leveling. And it's weird the way they got it done it because it's like, how can I say this? When it comes to, like I said, getting like the stats and stuff up and whatnot, I really don't know why they did it that way. I guess it makes it a lot easier to swap out certain things. Like I said, getting those gems and stuff like that out. But like I mean, you still got to swap out somewhat gems anyway, because you're not going to go along and try to get all the crystalline the other way. The real Lenny. What do you mean? What did he do? You mean on my Minecraft world, or on one of my friends' worlds? Because if you're talking about the real Lenny that I played with for a while, he just basically started messing around with everything, and he basically was trying to get everybody else to do all the work for them. So he became very lazy as a player, and he really didn't get. He basically lost interest in it. So that's if you're wondering. Like I mean, I literally had to remove him. He just got that bad. Right. He came, and also Lenny itself. He was coming in here. He was the very first one that was acting actually extremely weird. Like I mean, there was the real Lenny and this one other person that was trying to hit on me. I'm a guy. I'm not looking for guys. I'm not. I don't. I'm not that type of swinger. Nope. Not even close. And that's one thing. Like I said, he was just basically doing it that way. I'm like, okay. I've got my life on this side. I've got, like I said, I've got everything I need to do with that. And that's exactly what he was doing. And I was like, okay, what do I do? Do I keep them as there as an active member or end up basically banning them? And of course, he came back a couple of times doing that. So it's not just one hit. It kept on doing it over and over. And he thought it was crap. So I don't know if he thought it was funny or something like that. But that's exactly what I did. Basically, I banned him for that because he wouldn't stop. Like, I mean, there's a respect to people. Like, I mean, I've got no problems with the same gender or opposite gender. Don't get me wrong, but if you're coming on here to the channel and try to hit on me, no, I'm sorry. It really wigs me out in that direction, and it makes me very. It doesn't make me feel uneasy. It's just no need of it. Like, I mean, it's like me going along and talking to some of the people on here on Twitch, and I'll go along and start doing the same thing. I'm not going to do that. That's just crazy. Like, I mean, I would never do that. Not even once. Like, I mean, I've got respect to people. To me, that's a disrespect in that direction. Yep, it's a bot. It's a spam bot. And the Wise bot itself is the spam bot that you get free for keeping spam and stuff off your channel. And keep people from posting like links and stuff like that. You can still post somewhat links, like if it's a YouTube link or something like that. But when it comes to like spam links, basically they'll be blocked. So that's exactly how that works. So it's a very useful tool. Like, I mean, when you're streaming, you got to know exactly what tools are available. Like, I mean, I'm still trying to make my own bot myself too. But I just, like I said, where I'm being actually not feeling too well, because, like I said, I just got a surgery just a couple of days ago, and I'm still recovering from that. So that's exactly what's happening to me currently. So, you know, and that's exactly what I'm actually doing right now. I'm basically on a hill. Right. Right, because it's basically all to do with respect. Because I never seen you act out. I never seen you act anything. I know there's a good few people, there's a lot of good people out there, and there's a lot of supporters out there. But I mean, you're almost into every stream. You're there basically not causing havoc or making yourself look like an idiot, which it can happen, and so on and so forth. That's why you basically choose a mod. You choose a mod for being just being a mod. A mod doesn't really mean much of anything. It just helps the other person to run the channel a little bit more. Plus, if I'm actually doing like long streams and stuff like that, you'll have control of the chat sitting with me and be able to do it that way. Like I said, there was a few people that I got in mind to put it as mods, because I want, at least with the numbers I've got now, I want to have at least 3 mods. But of course, to get to join my stream, they basically I can give them mod, but it's no good for me to give them the mod if they're not part of my stream, and they only come back once in a while. But it's one person that I like to be able to give mod to, like I said, but he only shows up once in every blue moon. So, like, I mean, he does support a lot of other channels. That's the reason why, you know. Oh, I'm doing great. How are you, my friend? Like I said, as I just mentioned, I'm doing a little bit of recovery, of course, from an operation, but I'm doing pretty good. I still can't do much, but at least I'm still surviving. So that's the main thing, I guess. So, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen most of you, because it's different time zones. Well, see, remote. Basically, right now, you're the most active member I have got. I will, to be honest. It's not that there's nobody else is active, but everybody else is doing their streams or something like that. You gotta remember, they got to support themselves too. And some people make this streaming thing a livelihood. So if you take a day out, they're losing money. They're losing a loaf of bread or a pound of butter. They're losing something that you could have gotten when they were actually doing streaming. Because you got to remember, you got to be an active streamer to basically make anything out of it to a point. But, like I said, it's just one of those things. This is why I look at people and the way I look at people and why I choose what I do. So, like, I mean, I look at, like I said, if you're doing your stream, I'm on your stream. Like, I mean, I do have a phone. I've got my PlayStation 5. I've got a PlayStation 4 right now set up with Twitch as well. So I can go on multiple channels at once. And I can just hop over and say hello to everybody and be able to log into each one of my applications. So I can actually be able to go on and support many, many streams. Like, I mean, think of it this way. The way you actually make money itself in more cases, after affiliate, and you get the other side of it, when you get partnership, you need X number amount of viewers and stuff like that to be in your channel to make ads and stuff like that. That makes a difference. So the more video viewers and stuff like that, the more money and stuff that you can make. But you also be able to be active every single day to do streaming. And of course, the longer the stream you make, sometimes it does help, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on the game that you're playing as well. So just the information that I noticed myself when it comes to that, you know, and that's exactly why. Let me get on my phone there for a second. Let me see what you just said there. Okay, cool. Like I said, when it comes to if you really see, the thing is, I love to see younger streamers. You know why? Because they're the future of gaming. They're the future of content creators. That makes a great huge difference. Like people that's in their 30s and 40s now, they're basically starting to slow down a little bit. There's only a certain handful of people that's in that age group that actually will still support, but they're supporting more, not just themselves, but they're supporting, like I said, the younger players that's just coming into the scene. But the only thing is, we are dying off very quickly, and that's the problem. Like, I mean, in that, ooh, ouch. Ah, gotcha. Well, that is easy to get back, dude. At least when it comes to that. But don't worry about it. You get your stats back. Like, I mean, you just got to get the more chaos sparks and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. Oh, you done two? Ugh. Okay. But that's an easy fix, though. That's an easy fix because it only requires the sparks. That's all it does. So, like, I mean, you're not changing like the blue stars or anything like that on it. You're just changing like the stat. So that's a lot easier and a lot less expensive than trying to get your stars and stuff moved. Because if you're trying to get your stars and stuff moved, that's a pain. Because just imagine, have you had that? Ah, gotcha, nice. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm still working on some of my tomes and stuff like that, but I'm not like, I mean, I'm only doing the tomes that I actually do need. I can understand the reason why I would try to get all of them to make extra flux because I can make stuff off the materials. But the only problem is you're only making a portion of what you're getting. But I'm also going to think about moving to the new area shortly because, like I said, I want to be able to get that mastery over there. And I know how to get every single piece of mastery over there. It just takes time to get there and do it that way. So what I'm looking at right now is, nope, I don't need that. I can actually store that one, I think. Let me see. Yep, I can actually store that one. I've got 35 of them now. Gotta love collecting. There we go. No, I've got to go along into the new area because I don't have much of the new area done. And that is something that I really didn't work on because I know it's going to be around for a while. That's the big thing for that. Like, I mean, you gotta think about it this way. If it's around for a while, you can work on everything else in that direction. So anyway, regardless of that, like I said, it's just what you need to do basically to get your mastery and stuff up. But as I said before, anything beyond 500 mastery, it doesn't really matter anymore. It's just like you're not getting no more DPS. All you're doing is just world ranks. Same thing with, like I said, the dragon still gives you stats, but that's the only thing. And that's something I need to work on myself, too, as well. So, let me see. 603, nope. 693, nope. Two of them are trash. But actually, I'm going to get rid of the lower one first. There we go. That works. Anyway, I'm just going to go along and probably end my stream here, of course, so I can get more rest and hopefully be able to actually get back to a regular schedule by the run. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to basically see exactly who I can raid and see who's active. So give me a second. And like I said, if you like the videos and stuff like that, you can always hit the follow button and so on and so forth. Or you can just go along and also support my YouTube channel. But let's see. Just chatting. No, I'm going to go along and give my friend of mine that's been supporting me for so long, and I'm just going to give him my people. Woo! Sweetness. All right. Let's go. Woo! Yeah. Gotta love this. All right, guys. I'm just going to end my stream right now. Have a good one. And keep your stick on the ice and just be yourself. So, peace out for now, guys. And happy gaming.